The woman simply stepped away from her husband to answer a phone call, but she accidentally left her Bluetooth earbuds on the table. Curious, the man put on the earbuds, only to hear his wife flirting with her male assistant. When he learned the two had just slept together in the car, he suppressed his anger and left the restaurant. But on the way home, he found a pair of black stockings in his wife's car. When confronted, his wife immediately lied and claimed they belonged to her best friend. At that moment, the man finally became certain. The wife who had been by his side for 13 years had betrayed their marriage. The next day, the man went alone to a government service center. He canceled all of his identity records. Then he booked a flight abroad for 1 week later. Since the relationship was already beyond saving, he decided to leave it behind completely. That night, the man melted his wedding ring into liquid metal. He sealed it inside a box, then he handed it to his wife, and told her to open it 7 days later. It was not until he mentioned their 7th wedding anniversary that the woman pretended to feel guilty. She said she had been too busy with work and had forgotten. The man found it utterly ridiculous, because the love bite on her neck was still clearly visible. That so-called overtime work was nothing more than spending time with her male assistant. Late that night, another message arrived from the assistant. The content was extremely suggestive. The man proposed accompanying his wife to the office the next day. That single sentence immediately made her panic. After her husband fell asleep, she quickly notified the assistant to prepare in advance. The next day, the woman deliberately prepared her husband's favorite fruits and pastries. She even put on a display of affection in front of the employees. But as soon as the act was over, she could not wait to leave her office. She was eager to meet her assistant, yet she accidentally left her phone on the desk. The man picked it up and followed her out, but as soon as he reached the corner, he saw his wife embracing her assistant. The two made no attempt to hide it, like a couple deeply in love. Just then, a hospital test result suddenly arrived. 5 weeks pregnant. The assistant snatched the phone and checked it. The next second, he was so excited he nearly jumped into the air. Meanwhile, the man standing outside the door saw everything with his own eyes. At that moment, the man finally understood. The woman he had loved for 13 years had not only betrayed their marriage, but was also carrying another man's child. After returning to the office, the assistant even deliberately bragged, saying that his girlfriend was pregnant. The pride on his face was impossible to hide. Little did he know, the secret the woman feared most had already been completely exposed to her husband. To prevent the truth from coming out, she quickly came up with a new plan. She intended to sleep with her husband as soon as possible, so that when the baby was born, everyone would assume the child belonged to him. By then, her husband would not only be raising someone else's child, but would remain deceived for the rest of his life. But what she did not know was that from the moment he saw the pregnancy report, the man had already sentenced the marriage to death. That night, the man returned home and threw all of their photos into the fire. 7 years of marriage, 13 years of love, all reduced to ashes. When his wife tried to get close to him, the man showed disgust in his eyes for the first time and pushed her away. Then he asked her whether she still remembered the vows they had made on their wedding day. Without hesitation, the woman declared that she would love only her husband for the rest of her life. Hearing those words, the man felt nothing but irony, because the people most skilled at lying are often the ones who love making promises, and the woman still had no idea that this would be the last time her husband ever saw her. The next day, the woman left for work as usual, but the man contacted a lawyer and demanded that the divorce be processed as quickly as possible. Then he picked up his suitcase and left the city without looking back. While on the way to the airport, the man came across a social media post from the assistant. 3 years together. An angel is on the way. You've worked so hard, my love. I will love you even more in the future. Attached was the woman's pregnancy report. The examination date was just before their wedding anniversary. At that moment, the man completely gave up. He blocked and deleted every means of contact with both of them. Then he threw his phone out the car window and watched as it was crushed beneath the wheels. At that moment, the woman was driving toward him from the opposite direction. She was anxiously rushing home to celebrate the 7th anniversary of her marriage with her husband.